I've spent 20 years turning wrenches. I've seen the industry go from over-engineered tanks to planned obsolescence on wheels. Today, I'm putting my reputation on the line. I'm giving you 5 2026 cars I would actually buy with my own hard-earned money. These aren't the cars the brochures tell you to buy. These are the cars that survive the mechanics test. We're counting down 5 brand new 2026 models that are built to last. I'm saving my most controversial pick for the very end, a car that literally got me into a shouting match with a dealership service advisor. Number 5. The Kia TELLURIDE 2026. Number 5 is going to make some of you do a double take. It's the 2026 Kia TELLURIDE. Now hold on, put the keyboard down. I know what you're thinking. A Kia from a mechanic? I'll be the first to admit it. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have touched a Kia with a 10-foot wrench. We all remember the Theta 2 engine fiascos, the recalls, the fires, the total engine failures at 50,000 miles. It was a dark time for the brand. But as a mechanic, I have to follow the data, not just my old grudges. Last month, I had a 2020 TELLURIDE come in. It had 127,000 miles on the clock. It belonged to a family of 5. They hauled kids, sports gear, and groceries every single day for 6 years. I went into that inspection expecting to find the usual suspects: oil leaks, sensor failures, or a dying transmission. Do you know what I found? Brake pads. That's it. Just worn-out pads from a lot of stop-and-go driving. Here's why the 2026 model is on this list. It uses a 3.8-liter V6 paired with a traditional 8-speed automatic transmission. In a world obsessed with tiny engines and complicated parts, this is a breath of fresh air. There's no CVT to overheat, no dual-clutch nonsense to jerk around in traffic, no tiny turbochargers working overtime until they blow a seal. This is old-school engineering hidden in a modern body. Starting price is around $37,885. That is nearly $20,000 less than a comparable 3-row SUV from Lexus or BMW. And Kia gives you that 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. If the engine decides to quit, it's on their dime, not yours. But here is the mechanic's secret for the 2026 model. This is the final year of this current generation. In 2027, they're redesigning it with a new, unproven hybrid system. That means the 2026 is the Goldilocks car. It's a 5-year-old platform where every single bug, rattle, and software glitch has been ironed out. You're buying the most perfected version of the car before they change everything and start the problem cycle all over again. Check the VIN. Make sure it has the Lambda V6. If it does, you've got a 3-row SUV under $40K that can actually hit 200,000 miles. That's why it's my value pick. Number 4. Toyota Camry Hybrid. Number 4 is the car that makes my job as a mechanic easier. Literally, it's the 2026 Toyota Camry Hybrid. I know, a Camry. It's the vanilla ice cream of the car world. But let me tell you about a customer of mine. Let's call him Dave. Dave has been driving Camrys since 1998. He just traded in his 2015 model. It had 289,000 miles. I pulled his records. In 9 years of ownership, his total repair costs, not including oil and tires, were under $4,000. Total, not per year. Total. For 2026, Toyota did something bold. They stopped making the gas-only Camry. Every single one is now a hybrid. Now, normally, a mechanic hears more complexity and sees dollar signs, but Toyota's hybrid system is different. People hear CVT and they want to run for the hills, but Toyota's eCVT isn't a transmission in the traditional sense. There are no belts to snap, no pulleys to slip. It uses a planetary gear set. It's essentially 2 electric motors and a few gears that are constantly in mesh. There's almost nothing to wear out. Starting at $29,000, you're getting 51 miles per gallon and 225 horsepower. It's faster than the old V6 and uses half the gas. According to RepairPal, the annual maintenance on this is about $388. That's $140 less than the industry average for this segment. I'll be honest with you, the interior isn't as nice as a Honda Accord. If you want soft-touch plastics and fancy stitching, go buy the Honda. But if you want a car that will still be sitting in your driveway, running perfectly in the year 2041, you buy the Camry. Get the LE or SE trim. Don't waste money on the XSE styling upgrades unless you just like the way it looks. The bones are the same. Before we get to the top 3, I need to have a heart-to-heart with you about why these cars made the list. Notice a pattern? All of them avoid the one thing that is killing the modern car, the belt-driven CVT. I see it every single week. A customer comes in with a car that has 105,000 miles. The engine is perfect, the interior is clean, but the transmission, a belt-driven CVT, has shredded itself. It's a $5,000 repair on a car that's only worth $8,000. That's a total car in my book. Every car on my list today uses either a traditional torque converter automatic or Toyota's planetary hybrid system. If you take nothing else from this video, remember this. If the salesperson says CVT, ask them if it's a belt-driven unit. If it is, and you plan on keeping the car past the warranty, walk away.
Number 3. Toyota Tacoma 2026. Number 3 is for the people who actually enjoy the act of driving, the 2026 Toyota Tacoma. Now, I can already hear the truck guys screaming, but it's a turbo 4-cylinder. It's not the old 3.5-liter V6. Look, I get it. I love that old V6 too, but we live in the real world now, and the 2026 Tacoma is still a masterpiece of durability for one specific reason. It is one of the only mid-sized trucks left on the planet that you can buy with a 6-speed manual transmission. Why does a mechanic love a manual? Because a manual transmission is the simplest mechanical system in a vehicle. There are no hydraulic pumps, no complex sensors, no brain that can fry and leave you stranded. If a manual fails, it's usually just a clutch. And guess what? Clutches are cheap and easy to fix. Even if you get the automatic, it's a heavy-duty 8-speed torque converter unit. It's built for work. The Tacoma is also a body-on-frame vehicle. In my shop, that means if you get into a fender bender or hit a rock off-road, we can usually repair the frame or swap parts. A unibody crossover gets totaled for the same damage. It starts around $31,000 for the base SR. If you want the TRD Pro or Trail Hunter, you're looking at $60,000. Here's my professional advice. Get the manual. It eliminates a massive potential failure point. There is a catch. The 2.4-liter turbo is still relatively new. We don't have 20 years of data on it yet. Toyota recommends premium fuel for it, which will cost you an extra $300 to $400 a year. And you cannot, I repeat, cannot cheap out on oil changes. Turbos run hot. They need fresh, high-quality synthetic oil every 5,000 miles, regardless of what the manual says. Do that, and the Tacoma's legendary resale value will protect your investment.
Number 2. Mazda CX-5 2026. Number 2 is a car that mechanics are actually excited about, the all-new, redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5. I have been recommending CX-5s to my family and friends since 2013. In 13 years, I have never had a single customer come back to this shop with a major drivetrain failure on a CX-5. Not one. Just last week, I had a 2017 model come in. It had 185,000 miles. The owner was worried about the timing chain. I opened it up, inspected it, and found nothing. The chain was as tight as the day it left the factory. What makes the 2026 model so special? Mazda is the only mainstream brand left that refuses to use CVTs. While everyone else is switching to rubber belts and tiny turbos to save a few pennies on fuel, Mazda is sticking to their guns. I actually spoke to a Mazda engineer at a trade show last year. I asked him why they don't move to CVTs for better MPG ratings. He told me, Our customers trust the 6-speed. It works with the engine and it doesn't break. Think about that. A car company that actually listens to mechanics. The 2026 is 4.5 inches longer than the old one, has a brand new interior, and all-wheel drive is standard. Expect pricing to start around $31,000. Maintenance is about $447 a year. That's $125 less than the average compact SUV. The secret here is that there's no turbo option at launch for the 2026. Some people will say it's underpowered. I say it's undercomplicated. A naturally aspirated engine has fewer failure points, no turbo seals to leak, no intercoolers to clock. If you want a car that drives like a luxury vehicle but has the repair bill of a lawnmower, this is the one.
Number 1. Toyota RAV4 Hybrid 2026. This is it. Number 1. This is the car that caused the shouting match I mentioned. Here's the story. A longtime customer of mine brought her trade-in to a local dealership to get an appraisal. She was looking at the new 2026 RAV4 Hybrid. The service advisor there, a guy who probably hasn't touched a wrench in a decade, tried to talk her out of it. He wanted her to lease a German luxury crossover instead. He told her the Toyota was boring and that the hybrid technology was old. I happened to be there picking up some parts. I stepped in. I told him straight to his face, "You're giving her the worst advice I've ever heard." It got heated. He didn't like me interfering with his sale. But I was right. The car she was trading in was a 2019 RAV4 Hybrid with 167,000 miles. Her total repair history? Brake pads, a cabin filter, and one set of tires. That's it. The 2026 model is a complete ground-up redesign. It's the 6th generation. It's longer, it's stronger, and it has 236 horsepower. But here is why I fought for it. Toyota kept the one thing that works. They didn't try to reinvent the wheel. They kept the 2.5-liter engine with the planetary ECVT. Again, 0 belts, 0 traditional clutches. It is fundamentally different from the transmissions that are currently filling up my shop's scrap pile. You're getting 44 to 48 mpg, it can tow 3,500 pounds, it starts at $31,900. Toyota's average annual repair cost is $441, the second lowest in the entire industry. You are looking at roughly $6,000 in total maintenance over 10 years of ownership. If you want a car that gives you goosebumps when you hit the gas, don't buy this. If you want to impress your neighbors with a fancy badge, don't buy this. But if you want a car that starts every single morning without drama for the next 15 years, this is the only choice. The only caveat? It's a first-year redesign. The new Arene software might have some glitches. If you're worried about the screen freezing, wait until the middle of 2026 to buy one. But the powertrain, the engine, and the motors, those are bulletproof. The mechanic's advice. Remember that 387,000-mile car I mentioned at the very beginning? It was a RAV4 Hybrid. The owner isn't replacing it because it died. He's replacing it because his kids finally convinced him he deserved a new car with a better backup camera. That is the kind of problem I want you to have. I want you to be bored with your car because it never breaks. I want you to visit me for oil changes, not for $5,000 transmission rebuilds. You now know more than 90% of the people walking onto a dealer lot this weekend. You know which transmissions to avoid. You know which engines have the track record. Use that knowledge. Don't let a salesperson talk you into a flashy car that will end up on my lift in 3 years. If you aren't ready for a brand new 2026 model and you've only got about $8,000 to spend, I've got you covered there too. I just finished a video on the 5 cars mechanics secretly recommend for their own kids. Cars that show up with 180,000 miles and leave with nothing but an oil change. You can watch that right here. Picking up a wrench and heading back to work. I'm not sponsored by Toyota or Mazda or Kia. I'm just a guy who hates seeing good people waste money on bad engineering. Subscribe if this helped you out. I'll keep giving you the truth that the dealerships won't. See you in the next one.